Hi guys, Steph here. Okay, what do we have for you today? Well, what we've got for you today is an absolutely stunning fountain pen, an absolute beauty. Let's show it to you. Can you guess what it is by looking at it there? Yes? No? Okay, let me give you a clue. Yes. Now you can guess what pen it is. What we have is a Montblanc Masterpiece 642N fountain pen. Now this pen came to me for, well, it wasn't working. It was just it was in good condition, but it wasn't working. I've serviced it, everything's been cleaned internally, it's now in working order. We've given it a light polish to get rid of any sort of micro scratches, and it's in absolutely beautiful condition. It's absolutely gorgeous. So what we've got, as I say, is a Montblanc Masterpiece 642N fountain pen. Now, as we'll show in a moment, this one is what we term as a piston filler. Now, I believe the pen is actually dated, I believe, around about 1954, so the early 1950s, and it comes, as you can see, in this absolutely gorgeous green striated celluloid. Absolutely beautiful. Not only is it beautiful, a very sought after colour, sought after pattern. You can see it's got this gold filled cap, and then if we show you to the cap there, I'm hoping you can see somewhere, I think to the front, it says Montblanc, and then if we wind it round, you should see it says Masterpiece. Now, before you people sort of say, okay, what's the difference, the Meisterstück or the Masterpiece? Nice and simply, around about the early 1950s, Montblanc made this pen for the UK market and also for the North American market. So the Masterpiece, nice and simple, is, well, the British or the English equivalent, it's the word for Meisterstück, or the translation. That's the word I was looking for. So Masterpiece is translated from Meisterstück. So allegedly it was supposed to be so it was a little bit more easier to read for the people in the UK and in North America. Now let's go back to the cap. Let's show you the clip. You can see it's got this very unassuming sort of quite a long clip there. Okay, and as you saw a little bit earlier, to the very top, this very recognizable snow peak or mountain snow peak symbol of Montblanc to the very top there. As I say, in beautiful condition. Now the only imprint we've got on the pen, if I can look over my camera and sort of find it, there we have. Okay, so I'm hoping that's clear for you there, and you can see it says 642N. Okay, so that's the imprint to the bottom of the barrel on the piston knob. Now I've actually shown you a green striated Montblanc before, a different model obviously, so what I'll do, I'll leave you a link to that at the end of the video, so if you're interested, go and have a look at that particular piece. Now, well, as I say, it's a piston fill. Let's take off the cap, which is a friction fit cap, and it has the, very similar to the to the Parker 51, it has a clutch system inside there. Now let's show you the pen in different angles. As I say, a very sought after pen. Whether it's rare or not, I'm not particularly sure. All I know is this particular pattern, this green striated pattern, is very sought after. Now let's take you up to the section. Just underneath the section you can see it's got this this ring for the clutch in the cap there. Quite a short section. It slightly tapers towards the nib, and then you can see the nib there. It has this, it's what we term as a winged nib. Now, as I said, the 642, they also brought out, well, this is a 642N. They brought out a 642, which looks very similar, apart from the nib is slightly different. I believe the 642 has a slightly bigger sort of nib, if you like, and a more standardized nib, where you can see this is a wing nib. And also the 642, the model has a ink view window. So I'm not particularly sure what the N stands for on this model. Maybe it means no ink window. I do not know. So yeah, okay, if you wish, if you know the answer, send me a comment. But let's take you up to the nib again. You can see it's this wing nib here, and then let's keep it nice and still for you. And you can see to the center it has the slightly older style M for Montblanc, and then underneath it's got 14 karat Montblanc 585 to the very bottom there. Let's give you a slightly different angle, see if it's any clearer for you. Okay, absolutely gorgeous nib. There you go, that's a little bit clearer. Absolutely lovely. As you can see, everything is beautifully cleaned. There's a sideways view, and there's the feed underneath. A typical Montblanc feed of that particular period. Again, nice and clean. And there you can see, just inside the section there, it has these two little inserts, and that's for actually removing the nib unit. Now, as I say, this pen's been fully serviced. I've cleaned everything internally, including the nib. We unscrewed the nib. The nib then actually has a inner sleeve, which is threaded. So it was taken out of the threaded sleeve inside. Everything's been cleaned, including the feed, the ink channel, etc., inside the section. So as you can see, everything is beautifully clean. Let's just show you that again. Okay, so as you can see, it's got these two little ridges, so you do actually need a tool to actually remove the nib. Okay, so there we have it. So I'm hoping that's nice and clear for you. Excuse me. The nib, the size of the pen actually, from the top of the cap to the bottom of the barrel, is 130 millimeters capped. Around the diameter of the barrel, it's a nice, just over a tad over 11 millimeters in diameter. As we said, a very nice, comfortable pen to hold. A nice size, it's not an oversized, it's not a small pen. Lovely balance to the pen, a lovely weight to it. Absolutely gorgeous. Now, one of the other things which I always find difficult to show you, although it has this striated celluloid barrel, it actually has some transparency to it. So when you actually hold it up to a light and move the piston, you can actually see the piston moving in and out, or to the top and then moving to the bottom of the barrel. As we said, it's a piston filler fountain pen. Now these pens are a little bit different to actually use. Now what I mean by that is, when you actually fill the pen, you will actually well, immerse the section and the nib into the ink, and then what you'll do is actually unscrew the blind cap gently until, there we go, at that point you can feel some resistance. Unscrewing it is very easy, very loose, and once you unscrew it to this point, you'll feel a little bit of resistance, and then what you will simply do is turn the knob to the left, and I can feel the piston going all the way up to the barrel there, as far as it'll go. There we go. And at this point what it actually does is actually touch the inside of the section to the top there. So what you do now, as I say, once it's actually immersed in ink, you will then turn it the other way and all the way home, and what happens is it'll retract back into the barrel, and at that point you'll fill the pen with ink. Now I'm sure you people want to see the pen writing, but the pen's going back to the owner today, so what I'll do, oops, let's get my ink, and what we'll do, we'll just simply do a little dip test or a dip sample. So let me dip that into the ink like so, and let's just see how the pen writes. Let's dip it a bit more. So we've got a Montblanc, as I say, it's the Masterpiece, it's the 642N, made around about 1954. Obviously, I say obviously, some people may not know, made in Germany. Okay, and again, made in Germany, but made for export for the UK and the North American market. As you'd expect, writing very nicely, and as you can see, writing with a fine line. So there's a very brief writing sample. As you can see, writes nicely, writes with a fine line, no variation, but a lovely writer, again, as you'd expect from a gorgeous pen like this. Now what we'll do, we'll clean that off before it goes back. So let's put the cap back on, just simply pushes on, and there we have it. We've got a gorgeous Montblanc Masterpiece 642N fountain pen, a piston filling fountain pen. So I hope you've enjoyed looking at the pen as much as I enjoyed showing them to you people. Don't forget, subscribe to my channel, and if you possibly can, down below, if you can, please support my work. But for now, I'll just say bye bye for now.